is Phil going to vote for reform?
No, not necessarily at all. I've got my own views. I'm not going to...
it's a simple question. Simple question.
Well, he answered it. He said not necessarily. Go on, Phil, elaborate.
No, I'm in a wilderness at the moment because I have not got a clue to vote for, because none of them have got a clue what they stand for at the moment at all. Nobody. So I'm in a wilderness, quite frankly.
Why did you ask that question, Simon?
He sounds like a reform voter, let's face it. And I wanted to know what would be more important to him. Less migrants coming in and maybe being extra cruel to human beings, or the prospect of him having to pay for healthcare and ignoring climate change. Do you know what I mean? What's more important in the grand scheme of things? Because let's say he is going to vote for reform, it's people like him that are going to drive this country into ruin. You know, because they fall for this narrative that is fed to them by bad people with agendas. And they fall for it. Because Phil, to me, you're the victim here. Because you fall for the nonsense.
Go on, Phil, respond to that.
I'll be honest with you, I don't speak to anybody. Simon's an exception, and I mix in quite a circle of people, but I haven't had this conversation. The majority of people I talk to, the majority have the similar or same views as myself on this issue. So you'll get people which actually, yes, okay, I do sympathise, and I'm not a nasty person, okay, and I do have my own version.
I do want to jump in there very quickly. He mixes in a circle of people that agree with him. Now, to be fair to the host, she tried to correct him in relation to the law, but he's got that cognitive dissonance. He can't accept the reality. He can accept what he's been told till now, which are lies by the representatives of reform and that ilk. But the reality is, exactly as she said, countries that have signed up to the relevant asylum-related treaties will be assessed in line with those procedures. Now, that's the reality. The reality, as that caller saw it, was, well, that shouldn't be the case. But that's not the reality. That's the should have in his brain, basically. So if he doesn't want that to be the reality, basically he'd either have to change that treaty or withdraw from that treaty. But that's not the conversation that we're having now. And I guess the reason why it hasn't happened is because it's just not that simple, and there'll be other penalties to withdraw from that, let alone our standing in the world and our values, which I thought were rooted in Christianity and rule-based. So you got these people fleeing persecution. What would Jesus do in that situation in terms of British values? How fickle we are. Anyway, let's go.
My own views on certain things. But on this particular item, no, I totally agree with Starmer.
All right.
And it's funny enough, I don't agree a lot with Starmer, quite frankly.
So for you, that direct communication has really worked in the video.
Been enforced long enough. It's not been enforced long enough. So
yeah, but the communication has impressed you. The manner of that video and what he's saying in it, that's got your attention.
I haven't actually seen the video, to be honest, Sheila. I only heard what you just played back to me in about the last half an hour.
Okay, well, that's the bare bones of it, really, apart from the pictures. Final thought on this, in this ding-dong of a debate from you, Simon.
Just before I go forward, that is so often the case. He's got onto the radio, he's irate, he's arguing his point, but he hasn't actually watched the video, the thing that he's supporting. So he supports Keir Starmer on immigration. Okay, yeah. Have you actually heard the words from Keir Starmer? Of course he hasn't. And that's the problem, that people got no shame and they put themselves forwards as experts, having done zero or minimal or no thought into it whatsoever. They're just told what to think. Like somebody's got their hand up their arse like a puppet and they're just spouting somebody else's words. It's like, oh my gosh. Anyway, let's go.
I just think that he is just a classic example of a victim that's fallen for this nonsense. These people have been weaponised in order to further political gains, and I'm absolutely disgusted with Labour. That's not the party I voted for. And Phil, you are a victim, mate. You and all your mates that get sucked in by the right-wing press and the narrative that's fed to you, you are a victim.